Well, hello friends and welcome to my hobby home. I am one day post-op. I don't even think it's been 24 hours, but I feel like I can sew now. What I am working on right now is my Cotton Cuts Flyway, and you will probably notice some shaking. That's just part of it for me after surgery until the anesthesia is 100% away. I shake. So let's get started. I already have my fabrics sorted out here. And I did look, and I'm sorry y'all, I may have to drink some water here. My throat, I think something went rough with the breathing tube yesterday. So, like, you'll probably notice I'm very swollen on this side. It hurts to swallow. And I've got some right under my neck here that's swollen. That's just a part of having surgery for me. But no worries. I have a setup under the table so I can prop my leg up. But I want to show you this. This is our Cotton Cuts box that we have. That stores all of my pieces, and then all of my pieces that I have already completed. Now, our first step on this. Now, if you read your instructions before you start sewing, you're going to notice something. I don't normally do this, so I don't know why I did it this time. Going to get my little iron heating up there. Our instructions are, if you see it says take the A and do the B top right, B top bottom left. When you're in a diamond, when your square is in a diamond, that's how it's going to be. And it says to make 2 of them. But in section B, you're doing 4 of them. So I'm doing 6 of them first. So I am going to take my section A and my section B. I'm going to lay these out where they're not in the way. And yes, I know, guys, this is something y'all never seen me. It's called a lounge dress. I don't like things that don't have sleeves, but guys, I'm not worried today. We're going to go with the flow. So we've got our A and B. Make sure here A and B. I'm double checking myself because we all know it's easy for me to get off of the pattern unmedicated. So medicated, I'm going to still say I'm medicated. So this is our A block. And this is our B triangle. So that's our A square, B triangle. We're going to start by turning like a diamond. And we are going to put one of our triangles on the top right and bottom left. And I am going to do 6 of these. Instead of the 2 it says, I'm going to go ahead and get all 6. Now this is the first bit of sewing I will have done since surgery. So I'm going to be slow and I'm going to be pulling myself around a good bit, trying to find the most comfortable position. And this seems okay. But I'm going to make 6 like this. And so what that means is I'm just going to chain stitch them. Anything that has that A in it, I'm going to go on and sew them. We literally only have 2 different squares that we're making. Now I wonder, what is this one for? What is our F for? Okay, we're doing F and E. So we'll do some of that there, some on the other. Okay. Okay, I see. One of them has the D and one of them has the F. Okay, I was a little bit confused right there. So we actually have 3 different blocks we're making. An A and B. And then we're making a D and E. And then an E and F. Or a D and E and F and E. So 2 of the blocks are going to have the same colored triangles going on them, the same pattern of triangle going on it. But right now, we're just trying to get our, let's see, 2 and 4, 6. And I'm going to make sure I only have 3 fabrics left, and I do, which is good. So y'all will be seeing this on Sunday. It is actually Friday when I'm recording this. It is the 4th of July when I'm recording this. So I hope you all had a fabulous 4th of July. I know I'm staying in. I'm not going anywhere, doing anything. Currently, my husband has gone to the grocery store because the foods that I bought for after surgery, I cannot eat. So, because of my throat, I didn't think that was going to be a problem, but it is. So, he's going to get some mashed potatoes and some gravies and things that I can eat, and got me some of the custard things that, because the chewing on the right side is really difficult, but the swallowing is the worst part. It's hard to even swallow water. So this may be a good diet for me. I won't be able to eat anything because I can't swallow it. But I am eating. Don't think I'm not eating. I am. When I came out of surgery, I had told my husband I wanted Raising Cane's chicken tenders. And the nurse told me, no, you cannot have that. She said maybe later. But for today or yesterday, and she even told me for dinner last night I should be able to. And I did eat last night. I ate, we went to Walk-On's and I didn't eat last night. Walk-On's was my last meal before surgery. My husband, when we left, he was like, well, where is something you can eat that, you think you could eat with your throat? And I was like, well, let's just get soup. Let's get some soup. So he was thinking McAllister's, and I'm like, I don't want McAllister's because their soups are, really thick with whatever. But I wanted Olive Garden. So I was like, well, let's get me a bowl of chicken and gnocchi soup. And we just did to go a pickup order. And so far, I've only eaten half of that bowl. I had it, like I said, this is Friday. I had about 3 tablespoons the night I had surgery. And then I ate up to about half of the bowl now. So, okay, I'm out of my A squares. So now let's go to our D squares. And we're going to do a D and an E. Same principle here. We're just, I don't know what this is called, but it's corner blocks to me. We're making a block in a block, I think is what this is called. And for this one here, I think I'm only making, well, I see 1. Yep, that's all we're making, is 1. And then the next thing we have is E and F, which the E is the little polka dots I did. And we're going to make 2 of these. Oh, I just love how these colors pull out particular colors in the printed fabrics. Like this one here has got sort of the mauve polka dots. It brings out that mauve color in it. So we're doing 2 of these. I'm just trying to find a way to streamline the sewing process so it just doesn't take as long for us. But we're going to see how long this takes. Now, after I get my second pieces on, we do have to press that because then we will put triangles on the opposite sides from what we just did. Okay, so that is F and E, and then we have, that's it. So we did the A and B, the D and E, and the F and E. So now is the time to trim these apart, and once we trim these apart, we will put the other side on. I'm keeping them in order here as I sewed them. Now on the rose finch, the first triangle is that wheat. Looks like wheat. Now we get this second piece under here. Oh, I was telling you, I sent my husband to go get some, well, he said he was going to go get it because he leaves Saturday. And he doesn't want me here by myself without food. Now, my youngest daughter is close by. She's going to come check on me tomorrow. Hopefully she can bring the green baby and she'll sit and talk with me so I can fold laundry. I can fold laundry a lot easier if I have somebody with me. Maybe she can help with the hanging part because I'm not going to be able to stand up. Maybe she can bring I have a hanging rack that when I hang my clothes on it, I hang it up on this rack because then I can just wheel it back to my bathroom where I have a walk-in closet, and I can just wheel it to inside the closet and put the clothes away where they go. And maybe she can do that, push the wheelie for me. But I have a feeling my son and daughter-in-law are coming over because I just talked to my daughter-in-law a little bit ago, and she had said where my grandbaby is not 5 minutes away from me right now. And I just kind of told them I didn't want people coming by the house because, first off, my house is not clean. It really isn't. I've got stuff still stacked on my dining room table. I still got Christmas stuff out. Thought that was going to happen. It didn't. But I told my husband I do want to get the boxes out of the middle bedroom that houses all the decor. And let's go on and get it put away. Because it is taking up prime real estate in my living room. And I told him, I said, what I want to do is decorate to where whatever it is, I could just vamp it up with a little something here and there that I don't have to do. I could probably do that just by adding a different, what are them things called that drape across your fireplace? Like a greenery thing. Maybe I could change it out with a greenery hanging thing. And just let the greenery be the Christmas decor. You know, maybe have one that has baubles and pine cones, and then for summer and spring have one with sunflowers and things like that on it. I told him, I said I hadn't even hung my flag out yet on the flagpole, and so he hung that on out for me. I hadn't put my wreath on my front door. But I think from now until September, I'll probably leave my 4th of July stuff up. And that's mainly because I like the 4th of July stuff. Because I love red, white, and blue. Down to my last square here. Then I'll have to press them. But this is the Cotton Cuts Clue 6. The clue came out today, which is the 4th of July. And as I said, you'll be seeing this on Sunday, not the 4th. I wouldn't do that to you. Y'all got a video out this morning at 9 o'clock that I had pre-recorded for you guys. Guys, I'm sorry. That's part of my sore throatness here. I now have all of my squares with triangles on 2 sides. Now I need to do them on the next sides, 2 sides. So we're just going to speed through this real quick. Not going to take a long time, I don't think, because I'm less than 30 minutes in at this moment. It may be easier if I just lay everything down on my sewing machine to get started on this. Okay, so there's the first triangle on the 3rd side of the squares. And I think I hear my husband coming in. He may come back here to check on me. The because we were FaceTiming with him in Walmart trying to buy some groceries I can eat. I should have just told him to get me a whole big old tub of that flan. Oh, he found some flan. I didn't even know they made that stuff. If I do groceries, I do grocery pickup. Just because we don't eat a lot at home when he's here, and I can make myself cheese toast and I'm perfectly happy. Or I will eat out at lunch and bring leftovers from lunch and eat that night. But I always just buy small things for myself because I don't eat that much here. Maybe what I eat is not so good, but like I said, normally if I come in and I'm tired and I've worked my garden and I come in and I do some recording, I'm probably just going to heat up something left over, or I can make a peanut butter jelly sandwich, or I can make a grilled cheese sandwich or some toast, and I'm perfectly fine that way. And sometimes I remember to fill the crock pot up with something. We always have beef in our freezer. And I can tell it's getting to about time to get another, between us and his dad, we get a half a cow. So that means we get a quarter of a cow, and he gets a quarter of a cow. And I think they only go down as far as half a cow when you're buying them. So we go down to a quarter. You know, we buy the half and then we pay for, my husband and I pay for a quarter and his dad pays for a quarter. And then when the bags are done, we just pick out what we want. I always tell my husband I want mostly ground beef. You don't have to tell him all the fancy cuts. I just mostly want ground beef. Because that way I can make soups and I can make chili and the things mainly that we eat in the wintertime. Soups and chili and, you know, you can make tacos, burritos, anything with ground meat. I'll tell you, I actually bought a grinder to put on my KitchenAid after they did that because I'd rather have ground meat, and I can grind my own meat and that. But right now we have a lot of like roast and steaks and things. And we got all the organ meat. So what I need to do with the organ meat is freeze dry it for my dogs. They love those as dog treats. You get the organ meat, like the heart and the liver, and all you have to do is chop it up into like 1-inch cubes, or even smaller than that for a dog treat. But you just chop it up in 1-inch cubes and you're good to go. I mean, they love that. They absolutely love it. And it's good for them too. It helps them meet a nutritional need that you don't get in most dog foods. Dogs throughout history have eaten things like this. So it's an organic, healthy snack for our dogs too. Okay, got the third side done on all of our squares. Got to trim it up so we can get the fourth side done now. So this is our fourth side completed on our very first square. So we are just going to keep on going here. I will be done very shortly, because after I get all of these done, it's just assembly. And just like that, we're done with all of our A's. And now we're going to our D. We only have one of these. That is our D done. Now we're going to our F, and we have 2 of these. Now once I get all of these fourth row or fourth sides put on, we will then press these out and start assembling. And I hope y'all are sticking with me here on this. And those that did not pre-order, you should be getting your clues around Monday or Tuesday, because I think everything shipped, well, maybe not. Maybe not. Things might not have shipped out because Friday was the 4th. So, but you should be getting them this week. This way y'all can see how beautiful this rose finch line is. So pretty. Okay, so now I am going to trim these apart, press, and I'll be right back. Now I have all of our square units done. So the next thing is we're going to be putting these together. Okay, I was a little bit confused there. I make 2 of one of the rows and 1 of one of the rows. So the first one is going to call for 2 of our A and B pieces and 1 of our E and D pieces. This is our E and D. So instead of me just holding these all like this, I'm going to go on and make the other 2 rows as well. So we have, oh, we did these all the same way. They all pressed out. Okay, well, that may make our job a little difficult. So what I'm doing is I'm going to pin right here in the peak of that triangle there. And we are just going to sew. So now that I have that pinned right in the center. And y'all, everything is always sewn at 1/4 of an inch. Unless otherwise stated. And we will only be making 1 of this row. And the other one will make 2. So we're going to take another A and B. And then we're going to do the E and the F. Let's see which side looks the best. I always try to find the side that looks exactly like the one I'm pinning it to. So I know that it's going to come out right. What I mean by that, like sometimes one side is taller than the other and it makes it hard to get the block together right. So what I try to do is, like if I have one that has one side bigger than the other, I try to match it with another side that's like that on the other square. So I have to do 2 of these. Now these are going to be the center blocks of our rows. Okay, so I have 3 left, so that is correct because I'm making 3 rows and they all have the same square on them, on their opposite side. So this is what we're looking like right now. So when we take our next block, we're just going to put it on the end of this one. Going to find the point to that triangle area right there and pin it down really good. Okay, that is our first row completed. And we will just keep on to our second row. And this one here is our last row. We will have everything assembled once I get this one on. Okay, friends, this is our 3 rows that we have for clue number 6. Is that not beautiful? Oh, I'm loving these colors. This actually took us about 50 minutes to do. I have not pressed these yet, so it'll be about 55 after I press them, a little more maybe. But these are our 3 rows for our clue number 6 of Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt, the Flyway. If you are interested in learning about puzzle mystery quilts through Cotton Cuts, I will have a link down in this description that carries you to Cotton Cuts, and it has all the information in there. Currently, they do have one going. I think it's called Under the Sea. I did not get in on that one. But this one here is, I did the Carnival, the Wild West, Tree of Life, and now Flyway. So this is my 4th Cotton Cuts to do. It is fabulous. I absolutely love having all the pre-cut fabrics. It makes my job easier to sew when I have all of that done. But guys, thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate each and every one of you coming along and seeing what I have going on. Thumbs up, comment, share, all the things. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, guys.